Keep going. Keep playing.
Hmm?
Trying to talk
This
my
locks
phone.
thing. All I gotta say is give Steve Wilkes the job. He's earned it after 8 games. Give Steve Wilkes the job. It's Steve Wilkes' job. It's his job. Give him the job. I told everybody on the Friday FIFA that you have to let the rest of the games play out. Everybody talking about he earned the job. Drew, Twan, give Steve Wilkes the job. He earned the job. Give him the job. That's all I got to say.
He's saying, I think he's being a little sarcastic.
He's definitely being sarcastic.
Let's go to the next call.
All right, what's up, you guys? It's your boy, Cookie Monster. All right, so I'm getting ready to leave the game, but man, I have never in my days been more fucking frustrated. And it's crazy. I'm frustrated about the game, but at the same time, I'm also, I don't usually complain, but man, I got a bitch about these fans. I have never been more fucking embarrassed about being a fan of this fucking team. All right. Not so much for the performance. Yeah, we're not the greatest team we're going to get, but as far as the fan turnout and everything, if anybody went to the game, man, it was absolutely fucking pathetic. The amount of fans you would think were at a fucking game over at the old school Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. You got all these fucking fans who want to sit here and worry about making a buck as opposed to not even coming to the game. You got locals not even coming to the game, whatever. And the crazy thing is, you can't even say it's because it sucks, because you look at just how the Steelers got the fucking damn near the same fucking record. They got Mitch Trubisky at this point starting at quarterback, which ain't shit. You know what I mean? And the fact that you damn near, you about sold out a fucking opposing team. All right? I have never been more fucking frustrated. You know? I'm frustrated about the performance and everything. Lord have fucking mercy. Especially Keith fucking Taylor. All right? At what point in time do you realize he is getting burned damn near every fucking pass? They had him covering Deontay Johnson majority of the game. And I felt like every time I looked up on a pass, it's a fucking throw to Deontay Johnson. What the fuck? At what point do you make the swap? Is C.J. Henderson, and it's C.J. Henderson, even J.C., whatever. You know, they made the swap into the fourth quarter, and look at what happens. You take them off, even though it started working and everything. For what reason, I have no idea. But, man, I already know there's going to be a bunch of phony-ass fair weather fans that jump on here and about to start talking that shit and say, I told you so. In particular, y'all know who, whatever guy, I'm not even going to throw out his name, but y'all know who. I'm not one to sit there and stoop that level, whatever guy. Man, I just want to jump up here and say, man, our fucking fans are absolutely fucking atrocious. You got teams that suck, man. Win, lose, sleet, shine. 15 years plus, whatever that's still selling out games. And y'all motherfuckers can't even show the fuck up, man. You know, this is our last game that we're going to this year, whatever guy. We drive 5 fucking hours, man. 5 fucking hours. For this shit.
Yeah, for that.
You know, it is what it is, man. Keep pounding. I'm still going to be a fucking fan. My wife's still going to be a fan and everything, but I just have to get this shit off my chest, man. Y'all know what it is.
I feel you.
Appreciate you, brother. Great call.
Therapy session. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Look, I just want to take my victory lap for a sec. If Tony can derail the show from time to time and just take it in random directions, I can do it too. On a formal apology. Everybody, Greg needs to apologize to me. Tony needs to apologize to me. You know, you were doing it there, but I demand mine in public, baby. Dude, Trevor Lawrence is right now, statistically, what he's doing. Dude, he's playing the best quarterback game in the NFL right now, man. This dude is balling the fuck out. And people call me crazy when I'm like, yo, I'm trading 2 drafts for Trevor Lawrence. And I'm like, man, dude, I would still do it, bro. T-Law is the I don't want to hear Kevin say dumb shit like Rattler over Lawrence, bro. Nobody's smoking meth, bro. We ain't doing that shit. But yeah, the floor is yours. Greg and Tony need to talk about
I'll
this.
give you the apology, man. I still would not trade what you wanted to trade for him. However, I was wrong about this guy, it looks like. I watched this game next to the Panthers game today, and this game was way more interesting to watch. And Trevor Lawrence had some amazing passes in this game and brought them back from being down when they pretty much were out of it and came back and won this game. So I got to give you credit, Cody. I'll give Trevor Lawrence credit. He proved me wrong. He's doing really well so far. And after watching that game today, man, he plays like this, he is going to be the top of the league. Like
Dude, I know my quarterbacks. I told Tony about Justin Herbert. I told Greg about Trevor Lawrence. And I'm telling all of y'all about Matt Corral, man. That's my next one that I can't prove myself right now. But, dude, give it time. Matt Corral is going to be the future.
I hope you're right.
All right. Next call.
We can't even beat the Steelers with fucking Mitch Trubisky as quarterback. We still can't stop the run against a reputable team that has a halfway decent running back. And yet we want to go to the playoffs. And trust me, I want us to go to the playoffs, but not after a performance like that. I'm sorry. Their run defense was great, but their pass defense was terrible. We should have been passing the ball more than we were. Okay, this is insane. So, and for anybody that wants to talk about how many Steelers fans were inside the stadium, let's remember, this franchise has been around for how much longer than us?
Man, yeah.
Everybody's moving down south to get away from the cold. Okay, because the cold sucks. They don't travel down here to go to the game. They live down here.
Right.
Okay, same thing with Packers and every stadium throughout the country. Mm-hmm. They're everywhere just because they've been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to my boy D Baby for trying to buy my tickets so that way I can't go to the game next week. But don't worry, I'm going. Keep pounding, guys.
I thought it was Drew.
I think he said Drew Baby.
Oh, yeah, he said, yeah, he's calling him D Baby because Drew doesn't believe that the Panthers lost today. Drew just believes that Nick was in the stadium. So therefore that's why we lost.
He in fact, I'm a little surprised that Drew hasn't called in to talk about that yet.
I thought
he could not stop talking about it earlier. And then the other thing about it is Cody put out something about don't let Drew bully you go to the game next week or something. Or if he did, that would be hilarious. Or leave. It was leaving early, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he said that he went to the Bojangles, and I forgot there was a Bojangles in the stadium. So I thought that he left to go get I'm like, dude, did he actually make you get out the fucking
Oh, man. All right, let's go to the next call.
What's up, C3? Anthony from Charlotte. Man, I'm very, very disappointed right now. I have a lot to say, so I'm going to break it down. My first thing I want to say is, fuck the Panthers, man, okay? They do this to me every year. At some point in the season, when it's the lowest of lows, we win a couple games, and then everyone's like, oh, my God, this team is legit. This team has heart, blah, blah, blah. Then what do? They lose to a Mitchell Trubisky-led offense. They run all over us when Najee Harris has literally been one of the worst statistical running backs this season. It is so frustrating, man. I don't know where the defense was. All those people that are calling Brian Bird's an elite edge rusher, yeah, this is the prime reason why he's not an elite edge rusher. Because every other game, he decides to disappear. I saw him getting thrown around by tight ends. I saw him not being able to get off single blocks. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. The defense was nowhere to show up. We only have one good cornerback in J.C. Horn. And for some reason, they decided to put him on George Pickens in the second half, which left Deontay Johnson walking. I don't want to hear the people that say, well, no, it's an okay season. He's gotten a couple picks here and there, but his man coverage hasn't been good. Second thing I want to say, for the people that say we don't need a quarterback, y'all are just delusional. How many years is it going to take for us to get a quarterback in some shape or way or form, a quarterback that can do some things without a run game? I told y'all, if there's no run game, Sam Darnold /PJ Walker will look as the same as Baker Mayfield did with no run game or worse.
They looked way better than
embarrassing, man. I mean, it's just embarrassing. I don't know.
You had me to the last part.
We're going to be in the same situation where we win 5 games, miss the playoffs, and not get a top pick. We're in purgatory. It feels like it's never going to end. It is crazy to me. I seriously don't know what to think about this team. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Another season down the drain, man. And this is Anthony from Charlotte. And yeah, boys, C3, you're the only thing that keeps pounding because I kid you not. It's literally the only thing that keeps pounding. At least you guys don't ruin the Panthers' hopes, and you guys show up every Sunday. So, yeah, love y'all, boys. Keep doing what you're doing. And last thing I do want to say, we need to no more losses on the season. We have to win the last 3 games if we want to make the playoffs or have any shot. Because if we miss the playoffs and don't get a top pick, it's going to be terrible. Anthony from Charlotte.
As the Buccaneers just go up, 17-0 on the Bengals.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. Look, I like is Anthony's call. I'm glad that people having the energy, that reaction still. The fact that he had that energy of being upset really means that we still care about the team. You know, like, is that, and there was an opportunity earlier in this would have been that season where you are the number 2 draft pick. That would have been this would have been a long year. The Panthers have generated some excitement, strangely, for us this year. So they got to win out now. Or else we are kind of sitting in this like, it wasn't a bad season. It wasn't a great season. It was, you like start and we just bobbing in the ocean like we've been for the last 5 years without direction or without a paddle. But I don't even know if a top 10 pick. I think we just got to make a good pick. We just got to have a good draft. That's what we need going forward. We need a draft of the caliber of that Kamara draft for the Saints or whatever that draft. They got like Lattimore and they got like 6 starters. We need a draft like that where we hit on everybody. We hit on the free agency and we give the new head coach a real shot to build something, So whoever that first pick is, whether it's a quarterback, whether it's some receiver or something like that, they got to hit like big time. They got to slap, Yeah. That's how you change things around. You just got to hit. Like, you hit on Jalen Hurts is that you get like, he just worked. That's it.
Yeah. We have to draft well. We have to have a draft where we get more than 1 pick that turns out into being a good player. I want to disagree with the last thing that Anthony said.
We need more than a good player, though.
But again, if you're talking
about a
great
player, think about that. Is that what we're talking about with? No, what I'm saying is this: is that like, and I'm not just saying like, is just think about who our drafts have been over the past whatever years in the first round pick. We haven't gotten a fucking star.
Bullshit. JC Horn's a star.
No, you can't give him that yet. That's being
why not?
That's
why not?
He's the top defensive back in the league. Why not?
You think he's the top defensive back in the entire league?
The stats say he's the top defensive back in the league.
The stats say that he is playing like an absolute shutdown corner.
Right in front of James Bradbury. Just saying.
All right, so you're ready to put J.C. Horn in the star caliber of Luke Kuechly.
What would you need to do to be a star?
What I mean by that, is to be
but Tony, now you're raising the benchmark too. But Tony, you're raising the benchmark too high.
Maybe it is J.C. Horn. I was saying this. It's not Shaq. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not like they're very. We need more than a good player to turn the team around. We need a great player.
Agreed, but what you're saying is you're trying to compare him to a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think a first ballot Hall of Famers
that's what we need.
Are maybe 1 player in every draft, if that, are first ballot Hall of Famers. Like, I'm not talking about for the team. I'm talking about in the entire draft, maybe 1 player. So that's really hard for you to hit that 1 guy in a draft that's going to be that guy, if there even is one. Now, being a Hall of Fame player or an elite player is different. I think J.C. Horn is a guy that if he continues the trajectory he's at, is a Hall of Fame player and an elite player. man, there's no reason he shouldn't be in consideration for one of the best defense players of the year.
Well, then we need more than one of JC.
The quarterback.
I agree.
How about this? Out of all the positions that you're talking about, dude, today the quarterback loses the game. And by the way, I really want to disagree with something that Anthony said, and Greg has been saying this too. Well, but that basically there's no difference between Arnold, PJ, and Baker Mayfield. And whenever Baker Mayfield lost, it was because we never ever got the run game going. Okay, well, today the Carolina Panthers could not and did not get the run game going, and Sam Darnold was one of the better parts of this team today. He was 11 of 14 on third down, but he was 11 of 14. Okay, but that's not on him. That's not on him
inside the 10-yard line.
It's literally not on him at all. He was evading pressure
part of it
all game, putting the ball where it needed to be, and Baker Mayfield was never going to do that. That's not the point that I'm saying. To say that there was no difference between a Baker Mayfield and a Sam Darnold, and just the run game got going for Sam and not Baker. Well, today has disproven that notion completely. Sam played well today with no run game. With none.
Sam did play well today, but Sam had two drives with 3 plays apiece inside the 10-yard line to score a touchdown that would have put us up. He didn't do it.
Yeah, and
you say Baker Mayfield didn't do it. Baker Mayfield drove us to come from behind game-winning drives in the first 2 games of the season.
No, they didn't win them. They didn't win them. They didn't win them. So
you're going to blame the bad calls and the defense.
I want to go back to my conversation. This conversation sucks. I want to go back to my superstar conversation. You guys are getting it twisted about. Okay, so maybe I just feel like, look, Trucking Mogul said this in the chat. I agree with him. He said we haven't had a big enough sample size yet for us to label JC Horner superstar. But if he is, we need some players on this team that change how other teams play us. You know, and that's just what I'm saying is that when you look around at teams who are trending up in the league, they all have good teams. They play on good teams, but they also have some players that are just like fucking incredible. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, I put like the Tyreek Hill, the Jamar Chase, the Steph, like, they have more than one superstar on their team. And right now, the only superstar anybody in here is willing to say on this team is JC Horn. Is that the only one?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're all down on Brian
Burns. So is Brian Burns a superstar?
Brian Burns could use somebody else to help him, and he's really going to take off. But yeah, like I think Brian Burns has that kind of play, and he's kind of hurt from 2 weeks ago. So
I'm not trying to. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to say he is or is. Do we have?
Those are the superstars. Best players. Those are our 2 superstars. And by the way, another thing I wanted to talk about. You know who I'm not willing to call a superstar? That we've been very, dude. Jeremy Chin.
Why? He's playing fantastic, dude.
No, he was a liability.
He's not playing fantastic. Jeremy Chin, not only was he taking bad angles, but he gets beat in coverage a lot. And I think that's been a problem.
Go back and watch. I just remember one play where that run play that the commentator called him out on. That's the
Jeremy has not been good. He hasn't been like terrible, but it's been in coverage. He has been a liability, and a lot of times he will just pick terrible angles, run into the football, and he'll end up missing completely on the tackle.
Yeah,
He's not playing good.
Next call.
What up, C3 family? D, Sanford, North Carolina.
What up, D?
Another rough one. I really don't know how I feel about it. We were dominated on the line. We were dominated in time of possession. We kept fighting. I don't know what direction to point it in, like as far as the rest of the season. But I'm saying go Bengals. Getting the Panthers up. Yeah, y'all do a great job. Let's try to get them again next week. Keep pound.
Dude, appreciate you, brother.
Man, unless the Bengals start getting it together, it's not going to matter. Man, the Bucs win this game. You're really talking about a difficult road to the playoffs for the Carolina Panthers. Next call.
Hey, C3 family. Man, this team don't deserve to go to the playoffs. Playoffs? Man, there ain't no way we need to be in no playoffs. We can't play no better than this half-ass stuff we put on the field today. We need to go ahead and sit at the house. You know, I don't agree with a lot of things G-Baby says, but, you know, he's right. We ain't got no business talking about no playoffs. Nobody from the NFC South should. We all suck. Also, y'all go follow me on Twitter, PantherFan2222. Everybody keep pounding. You know, we only got a few more games. This season will be over. We can look forward to the future. Peace.
Yeah, that's one of these games. These are one of these gut chuck games. Like, and we got beat up, like Cody said, by our older brother today. Like, this wasn't just another team playing like so exceptional at, you know, where you got routed by Justin Herbert or you got routed by Patrick Mahomes or something like that, and you were just clearly outmatched. Is like CK's been saying, is that the Panthers, we walked into this game believing it was realistic to win and believing that we had a real opportunity to win, and they just beat us up. Right. You know, it's like a fight. You fought hard, but they fought harder. And I don't mean like it's on an individual level. It's like we walked away bloody from this one, and it almost hurts more than just getting knocked out. Like it's like when you get knocked out, you don't remember it. This one, you walk away with sucking up snot, a little embarrassed, a little manhood insulted. It was a gut check, a gut punch to this team, and one so much that we're sitting here talking about what this did for Wilkes' discussion as coach. You know, I mean, right after the words of protect this bank, it's kind of like one of those moments where you see a guy in a video being like, well, step, I'll beat your ass. And then the guy steps and then beats his ass.
Yeah.
And you're like, you should have just shut up, bro. Shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah. You called attention to yourself.
Yeah, and no, but I mean, I like that he called. So I'm not saying he shouldn't have said it, but this was a game like we needed to muscle up and man up and win. Mm-hmm. We didn't from the beginning. Whatever it was, they were ready to play today, and we weren't. On all phases of the ball. Kudos to the Steelers for stopping the run and running the ball. And I think this also goes to show this. If you just look around the league right now in the NFL, the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are up 17-3 right now, this almost shouldn't surprise us that the NFL doesn't work out as we expect it to work out. Right? It's like you look at a team every time in the past, we go, oh, I feel like we used to play the Saints a lot when they had a shitty offensive line. And we'd be like, oh, man, they gave up 6 sacks last week. Oh, we're going to eat on this. And our defensive front's like the best part of our game at that time. And then you walk into that week and you don't get any sacks. It's like, it's the NFL, man. You don't even know what's ever going to happen. Houston almost beat the Chiefs today.
Dude,
and
after that game yesterday, like the Minnesota game yesterday, which, by the way, I've got to hand an apology to CK. You were right about the Vikings. I was wrong. I believe in the Vikings now. They are a better team than I thought they were. After the game yesterday, being down 33-0 at halftime and winning 39-36, anything's possible. That game ruined me for today. That's why I thought all day long, we can come back. We've got this. It can happen. I saw a 33-point comeback yesterday. It can happen.
Oh, no,
they ruined me yesterday, but anything can happen, dude. Anything.
Yeah, every week. Trevor Lawrence could throw 4 touchdowns. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I've been telling y'all he could throw them touchdowns.
Say, Jones.
Good evening, fellas. I just wanted to say that, there's a lot of people who